You know, I mean, like that so, you know, sums up what Clapton means to me. It's just that it's like based on old Chuck Berry. And you can hear where like a lot of what Clapton played was influenced by, like, you know, Chuck Berry and like those guys, because you know, and then when Clapton, so you can hear where it all came from. And that was the song that really got me into blues, and it was Further On Up the Road by Eric Clapton. So we've been playing it live in our own gigs, but you know, having it done by, you know, Eric is like really something cool. I think an important song in my life is Slow Gin, the Tim Curry song we did. You know, Slow Gin was one of those songs that when I first heard it, I was like, how am I going to do this? You know, how am I going to pull that off? And eventually when I wrapped my head around it, it got to the point where it was doable, and it's just such a cool... And it's one of those songs when I knew it was going to be a big song in my life, because when we first played it, people clapped like they knew what it was. And I guarantee you, in Amarillo, Texas, they didn't know what it was. But it has such a familiar, comforting start, and it's such an emotional song, you know. And it's really, you know, Bob Ezrin and Michael Kamen wrote it, and Tim Curry did such a beautiful job emoting. You know, you really felt him on that, and I just try to get close to his emotion. And again, we named the album after it, and it's definitely one of my standout tracks. And it's one of the songs that we have to play. It's not a song that we want to, you know, whether you want to play it or not, whether you can sing it or not, it's a song you have to play. Figure out how to do it and then play it. So, Happier Times was written at the lowest point of my life. It was written in a really tough place, and I said to myself, you have to get over it, and you have to move on with your life and forget about this unpleasantness that happened to you. And I guess, you know, it makes for good art, because it was really heartfelt, and it was really true, and it was really something that I really wanted to put into song, and didn't really have the courage to do that before, and probably will never have, you know, ever again. But it was truly written from the worst time in my life, but it's truly one of my favorite songs. You know, it was hard to listen to for a few months, but it since has become a really great song to play live, so we play it almost every night.
And do you care to elaborate on it lyrically?
Well, lyrically, it's pretty much straightforward. It's bad, you know. It's like just when you think you're done dating, and just when you think you're done, you know, looking for your love, you know, all of a sudden you're back to square one again, and that really sums up that track for me.
Mm. And can you play a bit?
Well, I mean, Happier to... It's very simple. And it's got some of these really cool bends that, you know, didn't even know I had in me until I played it live in the studio. And, you know, like you get these half bends. Very much in the, you know, I'm very much in the minor blues mode, but it's really, when I played it in the studio, I didn't even realize when I played. I had to go back and listen to it to learn it, to play it live, because it was so just emotional for me, and I don't even remember doing it. It was just one of the things we just kind of blank out and play, which is kind of cool.